Alright, back y'all. Excuse me. Yeah, my room is a tad bit of a mess. Well, a lot bit of a mess, I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't ashamed. Like I said, I ain't no perfect dude, so I ain't gonna like camera action nothing for y'all. Anyway, what I'm gonna read for y'all first, I always have trouble pronouncing this. Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes 7 is what I'm gonna start reading for y'all. First, it's one of my favorite. Man, I found this one in jail. I was just reading through the Bible in jail, and bang, it hit me like that. That's a whole nother segment that just dawned upon me to do. How Christ found me, so to speak. But anyway, so okay, Ecclesiastes 7. Teacher searches out a teacher searches out wisdom. A good name is better than a fine perfume, and the day of death is better than the day of birth. It is better to go to a house of mourning than to go to a house of feasting, for death is the destiny of every man and woman. It doesn't say that part, but I threw that in there. The living should take this to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, because a sad face sorrow is better than laughter, because a sad face is good for the heart. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of pleasure. It is better to heed a wise man's rebuke than to listen to the song of fools. Like the crackling of thorns under the pot, so is the laughter of fools. This too is meaningless. Extortion turns a wise man into a fool, and a bribe corrupts the heart. And a bribe corrupts the heart. The end of a matter is better than the beginning, and patience is better than pride. Do not be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger resides in the lap of fools. Do not say, why, do not say, quote, why were the old days better than these?
I just seen a mouse outside.
Huh?
I seen a mouse outside. I'm not saying that they show me.
A mouse outside?
Yes, come up.
I want to see him. Leave him outside. If you're outside, that's cool. That's where you're supposed to be. A mouse outside. Them kids crazy. I ain't never seen no mouse out here. Anyway, but okay, don't say, quote, unquote, why were the old days better than these, unquote, for it is not wise to ask such a question. Wisdom is like an inheritance. Wisdom, like an inheritance, is a good thing and benefits those who see the sun. Wisdom is a shelter as money is a shelter. But the advantage of knowledge is this, that wisdom preserves the life of its possessor. Consider what God has done. Who can straighten what he has made crooked? Nobody. When times are good, be happy. But when times are bad, consider God has made one as well as the other. He makes the good times and bad times in all of our lives. Indeed. Therefore, a man cannot discover anything about his future. In this meaningless life of mine, I have seen both of these. Righteous man perish in his righteousness, and wicked man living long. Now, in this meaningless life of mine, I have seen both of these. Me too. Righteous man perish in his righteousness, and a wicked man living long in his wickedness. Do not be over righteous, neither over wise. Why destroy yourself? Do not be over wicked, and do not be a fool. Why die before your time? It is good to grasp the one and not let go of the other. It is good to grasp the one and not let go of the other. The man who fears God will avoid all extremes. Wisdom makes one wise man more powerful. I thought I had to sneeze. Wisdom makes one wise man more powerful than 10 rulers in the city. There is not a righteous man on earth who does what is right and never sins. Not one. Let me repeat that. There is not a righteous man on earth who does what is right and never sins. Do not pay attention to every word people say, or you may hear your servant cursing you. For you know in your heart that many times you yourself have cursed others. All this I tested by wisdom and said, I am determined to be wise. But this was beyond me. Whatever wisdom may be, it is far and most profound. Who can discover it? So I turned my mind to understand. I say overstand. I turned my mind to overstand, to investigate, and to search out wisdom in the scheme of things, and understand the stupidity of wickedness and the madness of folly. I find more bitter than death the woman who is a snare, whose heart is a trap, and whose hands are chains. The man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner will ensnare. Look, says the teacher, this is what I have discovered. Adding one thing to another, discover the schemes of things. Adding one thing to another, discover the scheme of things. While I was still searching, but did not find, I found one upright man among 1,000, but not one upright woman among all of them. This only have I found. God made mankind upright and perfect, as I put it, imperfect, but man have gone in search of many schemes. That's like his way of saying what I feel like. God made man. He made us perfect. Perfectly made, the way our hearts go with the lungs and the air and all them, whatever they call them, parts in your body. He made us perfectly. But spiritually, and even in some cases physically, we have done things to kill that perfection, to make us not so perfect. But that's what it is for that scripture. I'll be right back.